All right, y'all. It's always interesting to watch these congressional hearings where you have these folks. We're gonna try to get to guess. Well, Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, he thought he was really gonna put this law professor in her place, but he didn't quite know what to expect when she fired back about the issue of social media being biased against folks on the right. This, folks, is just gorgeous.
I'm just pushing back and challenging the fact that this is, something that is fomenting right-wing conspiracies and highly advantageous to the conservative movement. I would say, if anything, it's more likely it's from a political realm, advantaging left-wing ideology. But again, I'll come right back to, we have a Constitution that protects free speech. Who is going to regulate that fairly in an unbiased fashion? It's just not possible. And along the way, we're violating people's constitutional rights. Anybody want to just take a stab at that?
I would be
one?
happy to respond to that. That yes, we do have a First Amendment. We do have a right to free speech, but we also know, of course, that private companies are not obligated under the First Amendment to take all comers. They are allowed to make their own decisions about what is considered to be high quality or low quality content. They can make any number of decisions, and I think we would applaud them in many cases to make those decisions. As we were talking about just before in terms of non-consensual pornography, I, for one, am very happy that Facebook has made the decision to say that that is not welcome on their platform. When it comes to the questions of conservative versus liberal bias, this is not a preconceived notion that I am suggesting here. This is not about intuitions or impressions, although I know that those can go in many different directions. This is about what the data actually suggests. The data actually do indicate that right-wing content is more amplified on these social media platforms than left-wing content, and that right-wing content is more disproportionately associated with real-world violence. Not hurt feelings, not people being upset, but in fact actual violence, actual armed insurrections, actual notions of terrorism and anarchy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Johnson. Senator Ossoff, you are recognized for your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. O'Neill, based upon your experience reviewing the algorithms underpinning many of these.
That's called Miami law professor Mary Ann Franks just spanked my ass. And Teresa, I gotta go because I just got embarrassed.
He went to the back to talk to the technical guys like, hey, I need you to cancel this footage right away. But look, Dr. Franks did exactly what's supposed to happen during these hearings, is to educate, because a lot of times, staffers are not prepping their elected officials to the fullest extent of the questioning. They give them the questions, but don't really receive the answers. And about time it's time to go out there on the main stage and, Dr. Franks was ready to educate them. He just wasn't ready. And again, if you're not in that space, then how are you able to even articulate what you would like to do post that hearing?
They always want to play the gotcha moment here, Mustafa, and she just go sit your ass down, Ron Johnson.
Yeah, you may remember, when your grandparents used to say, I'm about to take you to the woodshed. That's exactly what just happened to Ron Johnson. He should have known better than to even ask that silly ass question, but he decided to. I've been in plenty of those hearings up there, and they play for those gotcha moments, but he got instead of thinking that he was going to be able to get her into that position. So, big kudos to her for actually handling her business and making sure that those false claims were being called out.
Well, but they love playing the victim, Michael. Oh, they're attacking us. When the numbers show Facebook illuminates right-wing stuff. You go to the top 10 most shared stuff, it's Dan Bongino, it's Ben Shapiro, it's Breitbart. We know how they play the algorithm game. It's like, stop it. I say this all the time. Conservative victimhood is like, everyone's always against us. Give me a break.
Well, I just like how Dr. Franks couldn't wait to answer the question. And I think she said, oh, I'll handle this one. And she did handle it, obviously. But, Ron Johnson, just like a lot of these wacko right-wing Republican elected officials, they're really performing for both one person and a particular base. And I'm sure that, I don't follow him on Twitter, but I bet he sent out a tweet. Yeah, I took it to Dr. Frank. I stood up to her and I told her what was what. And, that because they don't care what we think, they being the Ron Johnsons of the world. They just care what that one person who used to be president thinks and his little base. And so that's what that's about. And I'm glad Dr. Franks set him straight enough he had to leave.
Yeah, he had to say, yeah, I gotta go. All right. Backdrop Roland Martin unfiltered video in just one moment.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language. And she really loves her grandson. Like really loves.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way.
Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Roland was amazing on there.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
You dig?